Never would I have guessed when you and I met nearly 33 years ago that one day we'd both be here tonight. For decades, you've been a good friend to me and to Youth Journalism International, the nonprofit that I run. I'm so grateful to you and to your incredible wife, Teresa, for being here now. I'm honored to be here tonight in the company of esteemed colleagues and following in the footsteps of some of New England's most noteworthy journalists. But this award is not one that I can accept only for myself. There are many others who brought me to this moment and with whom I will share it. No one gets into a Hall of Fame on her own. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about some of the people who made tonight possible for me. My most memorable journalism professor, Marianne Salcetti, came to the classroom after spending years in the newsroom. Her real-world lessons fueled my excitement for journalism, and she's been a role model for me ever since. In late 1993, a few months into a new reporting job in Bristol, just about the time I met Mike, my editor, Frank Keegan, lured me into teaching journalism to teenagers by promising a free weekly pizza to share with the kids. Since Frank believed in bringing young people into the trade, but he really didn't like teenagers, he tapped me to do the job instead. Kids, free pizza, journalism, what's not to love? Without Frank, I wouldn't be here. My son Kieran and daughter Mary, who grew up surrounded by teenage reporters and who became excellent young journalists in their own right. It's not my motherly bias, it's just true. Shared their mom with kids all over the world. Mary couldn't be here tonight, but Kieran's here. Youth Journalism International's many supporters also helped me get here. These big-hearted people, including my dear friend Maureen, who is at our table, make all of this possible with their generous gifts. They believe in our students, in the importance of a free youth press, and in the kind of cross-cultural understanding that comes from bringing young people from around the world together into one place. My co-founder at YJI also rightfully shares my accomplishments. That's the man with the camera, Steve Collins, a terrific journalist and an even better husband. He's mine. None of this would have been remotely possible without Steve. Also deserving this award are our students, past, present, and future. This amazing group of young people inspires me every single day with their curiosity, energy, and enthusiasm. They're smart, hardworking, and courageous. They've reported from Boston, Hartford, and Lewiston, Maine, naturally, but also from some of the most dangerous places on the planet for journalists, including the countries of Iran, Myanmar, Syria, Afghanistan, Mexico, Pakistan, and Russia. And with rare exceptions, they've done it using their own real names. Since tonight might be the first that some of you are hearing about Youth Journalism International, let me tell you a little bit more about it. Founded in 1994 in Bristol, Connecticut, YJI started off as sort of an after-school club for local kids, publishing an occasional page in the newspaper. After those kids did an impressive project on teen suicide in 1996, Steve created a rudimentary website to keep their work from being lost to the recycling bin. At the time, our website felt pretty revolutionary. Remember, this was before Google, Facebook, or any social media existed. That website, the first to showcase student journalism, attracted youth from faraway places who desperately wanted to be journalists. They wanted to join us. We were surprised, but we began adding newcomers from other states and from outside the US. Since then, YJI has published work from students from all 7 continents and more than 80 countries. Something fundamental about YJI is that it provides a free journalism education for young people, meaning that it has never charged a student to participate. Another key thing about YJI is that it's not publishing a bunch of fluffy, feel-good stories like so many teen publications do. YJI takes young people seriously. Our students tackle tough stories and topics like school shootings, sexual assault, mental health, terrorism, and war. If it's part of their world, they write about it. YJI students aren't paid, and they don't get grades, so I can't really tell them what to do. They're with YJI because our hands-on training satisfies their burning desire to become journalists. They're not just studying it. They're developing writing and reporting skills and learning to practice our craft by doing it. Students who stick with YJI get a t-shirt, a press pass, a little flag, sure, but they get a lot more than that. They join a worldwide network of their peers, and they often turn into lifelong friends. Many students are able to attend one of our annual global conferences or another in-person gathering and connect not just virtually but in real life with each other. Those in-person moments are pure magic. Our students not only get college and job recommendations, they inherit 30+ years of an ever-growing network of YJI alumni. These former students give their time and expertise to help younger ones. As the years pass, this global network is an ever more valuable resource. What I teach YJI students goes beyond conducting a good interview, writing a killer lead, or the important role the press plays in safeguarding a robust democracy. That's a lot, but what they get is more than that. When they're in my care, they are going through what are often some of the most personally turbulent years of their lives, adolescence. I coach them to believe in themselves, to be brave even when they're scared, and to not let the world beat them down. Those lessons go well beyond any published story. As a group, they are smart, conscientious, and hardworking. So hardworking. Sometimes I have to stop and tell them to go outside and get some fresh air, or just go look at a tree. Just get off the computer for a minute. I am protective of them. These kids are the future of journalism, yes, but they are also humanity's best shot at a future. We need them to be committed to the truth and to the public's right to know. And I want them not just to survive until they can take over, but to thrive. As you all surely know, journalism is not for the faint of heart, nor for anyone trying to get rich. I tell students this. I teach them that the most precious thing they have is their integrity. That's never been more true than today, when journalism's reputation is under fire. Fakery is rampant on social media and lots of places on the internet, and sadly, that is where a lot of people get their information. Being a reporter means swimming hard against a strong current of distrust and building a reputation for honesty and truth in a suspicious world. Doesn't really sound like a great career path, does it? But here's the thing. It's also both rewarding and a whole lot of fun. As a reporter, it's your responsibility to ask questions of those in power, whether it's your school principal, a mayor, a police chief, a U.S. senator, or some other official. That can be terrifying, especially for young people. But it's also crucial if journalists are to inform the public and expose what's wrong. They must question authority, which is scary and also thrilling for a teenager. Questioning authority is literally the job. Students also learn to lift up the voices of those who are often forgotten, including those of their own peers. That's empowering too. One of the things I loved most about being a reporter was when my work helped to spur positive change or encouraged people to think about something in a different way. It's a glorious feeling, and it's what I want from my students. It is my great privilege to help forge the fate of our profession by teaching these young reporters. And I get to work with the best young minds on the planet. Not biased. So I can tell you with confidence that journalism has a bright future, because I see it every day. Thanks.